It was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. The day I finally asked a woman I loved to spend forever with me. I had planned for months, saving every extra penny, replaying the moment in my head over and over. But what actually happened that day shattered something inside me I hadn't even realized was fragile. We had met back in college. She was pure energy, the kind of person who could light up any room she entered. Her laughter could cut through even the heaviest silence, and her eyes always seemed drawn to some far-off horizon, as if part of her lived somewhere else entirely. I was the quiet one, the observer, blending into the background while I watched her from afar long, before I had the courage to speak. But she noticed me. One crowded afternoon in the library, she slid into the seat next to mine, smiled, and something just clicked. Soon, we were talking, laughing, spending hours together, sometimes not speaking at all, just existing in shared silence. Those moments slowly became something more, or at least I thought they did. She was unpredictable, sometimes warm and close, sometimes distant. I told myself it was just her nature, part of the mystery I loved. I believed that love was patience, endurance, understanding, even when it hurt. Over 2 years, I thought I knew her completely, what made her laugh, what scared her, what she dreamed of. She'd joke, "I'm not the settling type," and I would laugh too, echoing her words even though I secretly wanted something lasting, something real. So I decided to propose. I chose the garden outside the library, the place where our story began, now blooming with spring flowers. I scattered rose petals, strung lights in the trees, and played soft music. My hands shook as I tucked the ring box into my jacket. I texted her, "Meet me at our spot." She replied, "Coming." Every second felt like an eternity. My heart thudded with every footstep until finally she appeared. She wore the red scarf I had given her the previous winter. She looked at the scene and smiled, not with joy, but with something closer to amusement. I took her hands, sank to one knee, and poured out everything I had carried for years. I told her I loved her more than anything, that she had brightened my life, that I couldn't imagine a future without her. And then I asked her to marry me. Silence stretched between us. Then she laughed, not the kind of laugh born from happiness, but one sharp, mocking, cruel. "Oh my God," she said, pulling her hands away. "You're serious?" I froze. She shook her head, still half laughing. "You really thought I was a marrying type? I told you, I'm not made for this forever stuff." My voice cracked as I tried to speak. "I thought we were in this together." Her expression softened a little. "I care about you. I really do. But this isn't me. You're wonderful, but you're not what I'm looking for." And just like that, she turned and walked away, leaving me on my knee with the ring still open in my palm. I stayed there long after she disappeared. The tears didn't come until later, curled up in the dark of my room, asking myself why I wasn't enough. Days passed in a blur. Friends filled my phone with messages. But not her. Not a single word. Not even a goodbye. The rejection was brutal. But the worst part was the truth. I had built an entire future in my mind with someone who never saw me that way. To her, I had been comfort, safety, convenience, not love. They say time heals. Maybe it does. But healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means learning to carry the cracks. Slowly, I began to put myself back together. I traveled, I wrote, I searched for the person I had been before her. Months later, in a quiet cafe far from home, I saw her again. She entered holding someone else's hand. She looked different, lighter, freer, like someone unburdened by regrets. Our eyes met. For a moment, I expected her to look away, but she didn't. She smiled that same amused smile. I smiled back, not bitterly, but with peace. She came over. "Hey," she said softly. "It's been a while." "Yeah," I replied. "You look good." She nodded. "So, I heard you've been writing." "Trying," I said. She hesitated, then whispered, "I never meant to hurt you." I looked at her, no longer angry, just understanding. "I know," I said. "You just never loved me the way I loved you." She gave a sad, small smile. "No, I didn't." There was nothing more to say. She returned to her table, and I stepped outside into a night scattered with stars. For the first time in a long while, I didn't feel broken. I felt grateful. Grateful that I had loved fully, that I had the courage to risk my heart, even if it was shattered. Because love, even when it ends in heartbreak, is never wasted. If you give your heart to someone who doesn't recognize its value, don't beg. Don't chase. Let them go. The right one won't laugh when you kneel. They'll kneel with you,